Hello everyone and welcome to Module 7 of our SQL course, SQL for Data Collection and Analysis, Aggregations, Windows Functions and Reporting. In the previous modules, we learned how to retrieve, combine and manage data. Today, we move into one of the most valuable parts of SQL, using it for real data analysis. This is where SQL becomes a powerful tool for turning raw data into meaningful business insight. Let's get started. In this module, you will learn SQL for data collection and analysis, data cleaning and preparation techniques, data transformation method, core SQL aggregate functions, how to use group by and Haven Cloud, powerful Windows function, SQL reporting and how to structure professional report, practical real-world application of SQL data analysis, and finally, we look into best practices to write clean and efficient analytical queries. These skills are highly demanded in data analysis, business intelligence, and reporting. Introduction. Modern organizations generate vast amounts of data every single day, from customer transactions, operations, and digital interactions. Extracting meaningful insight from this data is critical for making informed decisions, evaluating performance, and planning strategically. SQL plays a central role here. This module focuses on the analytical capabilities of SQL, from collecting and cleaning data to aggregating, grouping using Windows functions and generating reports. This is where SQL becomes a true data analysis superpower, as it gives the gap between raw data records and real business intelligence. Let's dive in. SQL for data collection and analysis. SQL is not only used for simple querying, it is also essential for data collection, preparation, and transformation. Let's look at these three important stages. Data collection using SQL. SQL can be used to collect data using this query. Select customer ID, order date, total amount from orders, where order date is equals to or greater than 2025 first day of January. SQL also can be used to clean and prepare data using this query. Additionally, SQL can be used for data transformation using this same query. We reshape the data into a format suitable for analysis using these three queries. SQL aggregate functions. Now let's look at the foundation of data analysis, aggregate functions. These functions summarize multiple rows into single result. The most commonly used ones are count that count the number of rows, sum that add up numeric values, average that calculates the average, the maximum finds the highest value, while minimum finds the lowest value. Here is the practical example. Select count as total orders in sum the total amount as total revenue. Then find the average total amount as average order value from orders. This single query gives you a quick overview of your sales performance. Group by cloud. To summarize data by categories, we use the group by cloud. Example, select region, country as order count with some total amount as revenue from orders and group by region. You can even group by multiple columns. Every column in the select list that is not aggregated must appear in the group by cloud. Forgetting this is one of the most common mistakes. Having clouds. After grouping, we often need to filter the groups themselves. That is where the having cloud comes in. Having filters after aggregation, while where filter before grouping. Example, select customer ID and count as order count from orders. Group by customer ID, having count greater than 5. Here is more practical example for high value customers. Windows functions overview. One of the most powerful features in SQL is Windows functions. Unlike group by which collapses rows into summary results, Windows functions allow calculations across related rows while keeping every row in the result set. The basic syntax. The key benefit is that you can add rankings, running totals, previous values, and net values all in one query with Windows function. Row number, rank, dense, rank. Let's look at the ranking functions. Row number gives each row a unique sequential number. Rank skips numbers after ties, while dense rank does not skip numbers after ties. The example is shown in this way. Select product in revenue, row number over order by revenue in descending order as rank from sales summary. Then an example here is here for you to get top products per category from your sales summary. Lag and lead functions. Lag and lead functions are extremely useful for time series and comparative analysis. Lag returns the value from the previous row, while lead returns the value from the next row. Here is a practical month-over-month loss calculation from your monthly sales. SQL reporting. SQL is widely used for generating structured business reports. Here is a clean monthly revenue report. The report is generated using the query, select month and order date as month, sum quantity multiplied by price as revenue from orders, group by month and order by month. This will generate a structured business report that can be ready for use in either Power BI, Tableau, or export to Excel. SQL draft report and practical application. A good SQL report usually includes these sections. Item that includes monthly sales and report, objective, query section, output or report, and insight with key findings. Here is the practical retail sales analysis. This query that says select product name, sum quantity as total unit, sum quantity as total revenue from sales, group by product name, and order by total revenue in a single order. We will give you an analysis of your retail sale. And this will also help you to identify top selling products and support data inventory decision. Best practices in SQL data collection and analysis. Let's finish with some important best practices while using SQL for data collection and analysis. Always use meaningful aliases, e.g. total revenue instead of text. Filter early declare the group by. Use having only for aggregate conditions. Prepare Windows functions over set gains when possible. Test queries on small data set first using limit. Comment complex parts of your queries. Always format your queries properly using uppercase period with indentation. And do not forget to include non-aggregated columns in group by. Use Windows functions unnecessarily on every last table without testing is not incorrect. In conclusion, this module has significantly expanded your SQL skills by teaching you how to collect, clean, transform, aggregate, read, and analyze data using powerful techniques like Windows functions and structured reporting. You are now equipped to turn raw data-based reports into actionable business insights, a skill highly valued in data analytics, business intelligence, and data science roles. In the next module, we will learn how to make our queries faster and more efficient through indexing, performance tuning, and views. See you in the next module.